Hello everyone, and welcome to RNG University. On tonight's episode of Friday Night Explorer, we're going to start exploring Eldraine with the first deck that came to my mind, and that is Waste Not with Rankle's Rankle. Alright, so this card is, each player discards 2 cards, each player loses 2 life, or 4 life, and each player sacks 2 creatures. You can choose 1 or more, so it's a board wipe that also makes your opponent discard. It doesn't wipe the board, but it's, a board removal. And that's pretty good for a deck that is looking to make our opponent discard. So, we're playing a Waste Not deck, but we also can now slot in Beseech the Mirror, which can help us. We can sacrifice things to help us get cards that we want out. Like if we don't have a Waste Not in a Waste Not deck, that'd be pretty bad, right? If we don't have a Liliana and we have Waste Not out, we're kind of stuck. So Beseech the Mirror can help us get the cards that we absolutely need, or get our Rankle's Rankle whenever we need it. So that's kind of the idea of the deck. I want to see how well it can do. So it's an old discard deck. A lot of it's similar. I kind of took this from a best of 3 version, and I didn't make too many changes to it, just the land base. And that's why there's some, wonky removal cards in here. Let's look at what we have. In the early game, we have 4 Fatal Push and 4 Thoughtseize. For a mono black deck, that's just a staple. Then in the 2-drop, we have 1 Go for the Throw, 1 Heartless Act, and 4 Sheoldred's Edict. Now, these are kind of slots that you can mix around in. Maybe we need an Infernal Grasp. Maybe we need more Go for the Throw. Maybe we need more Heartless Act. I'm not sure which is better, but in a kind of discard sacrifice synergy, I think Sheoldred's Edict will probably do the best. So that's why I kept the 4 off in there. But if you see a lot of go wide strategy where Sheoldred's Edict kind of is weaker, this might be another consideration to change. Not remove. We need those 6 removals, but I'm just not sure which of the mix we should have for those 6 removal. Then we have 4 Waste Not. This is the core of the deck, so that whenever our opponent is scarred, we can do stuff. And then we have 1 Collector's Vault. This card helps us draw and discard so that we can get a little bit of discard synergy if we need it. But we can also create treasure tokens, which is great for the Beseech the Mirror bargain. We also have 2 Bankbuster for the same reason. We get treasure, we get the pilot, and we can then Beseech the Mirror. We have 2 Gold Blanks for graveyard synergy decks. We can counter those. 4 Liliana, because of course we're a discard deck. We got 1 Extinction event in case our opponent's going white. We got 2 Rankle's Rankles. We have 3 Sheoldred's The Apocalypse. Sheoldred's very good to help us stay alive because we don't really have life gain in the deck. And then we have 2 Beseech the Mirror to help us get our Sheoldred. Everything here is 4 or less, so we can get every card from our deck. Not every card, any card from our deck. In the land base, of course, you would like to have 4 castle. I don't have 4 castle. I thought the Eldraine was going to bring back the castles, but no. So, as a the whatever that's called, the masterpiece sets, right? I thought the castles would be in there. It's not. So maybe eventually I'll craft the castles, but for now, 2 castles, 2 Hive, 15 Swamps, 1 Takenuma, 2 Field of Ruin, 2 Gyre Reach Sanitarium, and 1 Mirrex. A little bit of thing to remember is that Gyre Reach is a legendary land, so you can actually play multiple into play. Same thing for Takenuma. So this is the reason why there's only 1 Takenuma, but for the Gyre Reach, it's so good in this deck that we have 2 off. So if you look at it, we have 25 lands because even though we're monocolor and we're pretty short on a mana base, a lot of times we need to cast multiple spells. So we're a little bit higher on the mana count. Alright, let's go to Explorer, and let's see whether or not this new... what just happened? This new Rankle Sprankle Explorer deck can do its thing. I really want the Waste Not deck to work well, but so far, every time I've played it, it's got high variance. It's either, overwhelming our opponent, or we got nothing and we got beat up. Let's see, we're fighting against s'mores of what? We go first. No discard, but we got a Waste Not, so I guess I have to keep because all we have is removal. And Hive turn 1 is pretty good. Let's say the high. Huh? Are you even in the game? Okay. No Thoughtseize. That's bad. We might get Thoughtseize. Alright, so black means that they cannot handle a Waste Not. For now, anyways. I don't know what else they got. Maybe they land a red? Blue! Okay. Black and blue. We have no discard cards in our discard deck. Very mastermind. Sure? I want to push it. Push it good. Bring a fairy deck? A fairy deck just to see, just aims to play on my turn instead of their turn. We got 3 Sheoldreds. We draw 2 of them. No removal whatsoever. If I play a Sheoldred, it gets countered, and then he does whatever he wants. Yeah. That's fine. It is what it is. Because this means that he can't play anything on my turn, and he'll play on his turn. And if he plays on his turn... Well, I don't want to bargain this right now. Does he have another make disappear? He's going to run out of counter spells eventually. Not yet. He does draw his land. He's holding up 3 mana for a long time. What do we need? A Field of Ruin. Not what we need. We're going to attack with the Hive, but it will probably just die. Oh, this again, huh? I hope this is reminiscent of something. We got no discards. None. Gargoyle can attack unless the defending player has 7 or more cards in their graveyard, which, I mean, I have 4. Can block unless you have 4 or more cards in your hand, and then you can make us mill. Okay. Gotta proc your castle right now. Get in a swamp. It is what it is. It is a creature, right? Do I want to make him sacrifice this last creature? That's my last card, though. It is a creature, right? Artifact creature. It does... It's... Alright, he tapped himself out. See if he's not even gonna bargain. I don't want to Rankle Sprankles. I want to get my Thoughtseize so that I can use it. What do you even have? Alright, there's a Fatal Push, a Counterspell, and a Vantress. Take out your Counterspell. Draw a card. Sweet. It's a 5/4 that can attack. It is a 5/4 that can attack, so I gotta be a little bit careful. I'll die in like 4 turns. And 1 out of our 6 removal can actually kill it. See if we draw that 1 out of 6. Okay, that's technically a removal. Can it get countered though? It could probably get countered too. But I definitely do not want to discard a card. He's got 2 cards in his hand. Think he's got more bounce spells? Soaring Thought Thief. Is he gonna let his Thought Thief die? He is gonna let his Thought Thief die. That's very surprising. I'm okay with that. So now he has to attack Liliana. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not interested in dying today.
Draw a card. Oh, Rankles, Prankles. And a Fatal Push. Alright, do we Rankles, Prankles him first? I don't want to... I don't want to discard 2 cards. So do we Beseech the Mirror and sacrifice this as our bargain? You could have a counter spell, but yes, we'll bargain out this token so that we have something on left of the board, so we can Fatal Push. We can Fatal Push this anyways, honestly. All right, he's letting me do it. So, make him go blank. Cards in the hand. Draw a lot of cards this way. We also add a lot of mana. Alright, last card in his hand. What is the last card in your hand? Draw 2 cards. Alright, we can play Fatal Push on his Gargoyle. Did we play a land this turn yet? We did not play a land. Now we can play our other Bankbuster. Do we? This creates treasures every turn by discarding a card. Oh, the Bankbuster is better. GG. Sorry, I was still thinking about which one's better, but you're probably out of the game already. Rankles, Prankles. Alright, so we couldn't get Beseech Mirror in Standard, but Beseech Mirror in Explorer? Whoa! Oh boy, you saw how good that was. Exactly the cards I needed at the exact right time. I mean, the early game was astoundingly bad for me because I had 2 Waste Not with no discard. But then when we got our Beseech, we got to the exact card that we needed. Now, the first one, you could argue Diabolic Tutor would have done the same thing because all I did was tutor on a card. Oh, we got a Bankbuster. That's something we can live with. I'm going to say High Wincy actually joined the game. Yeah, we got our Bankbuster, which is good. Swamp. Alright. What is he going to take? Probably the Liliana. I don't know if I would take the Bankbuster, but that does stop my next turn play, so there's an argument for the Bankbuster. Yeah, Liliana's scary, right? Can he make me discard my land? I really want this out. I wonder if he's playing Waste Not deck too. Sign in Blood. Now here's that card you wanted to get rid of.
Those who get in my way tend to regret it. Don't overthink things.
This is the Urza thing, right? Yeah, it's the Urza Silax. That's cool. Trespasser. Welcome to your death. Fling a Trespasser into a Liliana. What is our opponent thinking?
Haven't you ever heard of
Alright, I'm gonna draw
space?
a card right now, because I could get the Waste Not, and that's what I need. I don't get the Waste Not. Another Trespasser. Sacrifice a non-token creature. Rankles, Prankles. Alright, what are we doing here? Discard a card. Alright, we'll play a land first. Discard a card. Discard a Fatal Push.
Drop it.
This costs 4, right? This costs 4. You can't do it next turn. And now, discard 2 cards. Does anyone want to lose 4 life? Why not? Sack creatures too. Alright, he got the castle. So he gets a card draw every... Oh, boy. It's like Christmas in July. Alright, so he's got Castle Lockwind, which he can draw at the end of my turn. I don't like that, but you know what? It's fine. It is what it is. Really? Really? That's not the right play. Did you forget I have Liliana? Why did you do that just to lose your last card?
I'm tired of your secrets.
And an Invoke! That would have been so scary. Oh, it's not like you could play it. Alright, so the Hive is going to go live and attack me. Which, I mean, you can do that if you want. Not recommended, though. Oh no, my Rankles, Sprankles.
Ugh, I really don't have time for you.
Thoughtseize, huh? I don't really have time for a Thoughtseize. Oh, I could get a land too. So what's the plan? No, I think I'm going to draw first. Over anything else, I'm going to draw first. So when I plus, would I want to discard a land or discard my Thoughtseize? Probably a land.
Drop it.
So if he wants to attack again, he won't be able to. Alright, sacrifice a non-token creature. It's not a token. GG! We didn't even have Waste Not, we just controlled him with Liliana. Old girl here still has some tricks up her sleeve. It's not fair to call Liliana old girl. We're not in, what is that, Dominaria anymore? Where they made Grandma Lily? We're using a cool version. Alright, we're playing against SBR. You go first with Thoughtseize. Alright, I hope I draw a land, because this is a great hand if I just draw another land. Get ready to say hi. Huh? Yes? No? Yes? Come on. Hello! What are you playing? Oh, it looks familiar. What I Thoughtseize is Thoughtseize. He's gonna Thoughtseize my Liliana. Do I Thoughtseize his Liliana? Do I Thoughtseize his Fable? Fable is scary! Oh man, this is already a hard choice here. Fable is scary, but if I Thoughtseize his Thoughtseize, he has nothing to do next turn. Ah, he has something to do this turn. Okay. Not fun for me, but I could play Liliana, make him discard a card. What do I discard? Fatal Push, Sheoldred's Edict, or Collector's Vault? Collector's Vault is a little too slow here. And he actually has no removal in his hand. Oh, not the ones I've seen anyways. Whoa! Discard his castle, that's a land. That's a gutsy play there. I did get a land, so I get to do exactly what I wanted to do.
I've always hated crowds.
I guess this Liliana is going to make me sacrifice my Sheoldred, right? But that forces his whole turn. And the Sheoldred also attacks the Fable. So if he wants to discard here, he has to take some damage. But I bet anything Liliana's coming out this turn. So it forces turn 4 to be a turn 3.
Nobody knows Dominaria's shadows. Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
That Bankbuster is scary though. Do I want to make him discard both of his cards in hand? Liliana's already doing that. So I can make him discard a card, I discard my Fatal Push, and then we just pass turn.
Drop it.
The Bankbuster, man, that Bankbuster is so good, I don't know how I'm gonna fight against it. Sheoldred, okay. We can sacrifice a non-token creature. What would he sacrifice? Oh man, I should not have taken out the Fatal Push. I can make him sacrifice his Liliana. He's probably going to sacrifice his Fable, right? Alright, well, he can't crew the Bankbuster next turn.
Knew this was a waste of time.
Let's, everyone sack 2 creature. Oh, man, I'm at the mercy of this next turn played, though. This is pretty bad. And it's Rakdos, so I think we don't stand a chance. Because he landed Bankbuster. Sheoldred, yeah. He's gonna attack me for 4. Man, why did I discard my Fatal Push? Would have been so good. We're at 6. Oh, we're so far behind, we're just gonna lose. That 4 life, though, it wouldn't matter. But, you know, looking back, I probably shouldn't have paid the 4 life on each side. We see we're a whole turn behind because they went first. If we reverse this, we would have our Bankbuster on board with our Sheoldred. Would have been a different game. But it's okay, because you live and you learn. Don't go second, that's what we learned. No, we went first. What am I talking about? Because I Thoughtseize him. We just did not draw lands afterwards, which is, I guess it's okay that we didn't draw lands, because every card we drew were impactful. It's that Bankbuster. Playing against Katakana. Cool name. Double Waste Knot with no discard. Alright. Come on, give me a discard card. Just give me a discard card. I'll be nice. Oh boy. Blue. So we're just gonna get Spell Pierce left and right here. Yep. Gotta do it though, because deck isn't getting anywhere without a Spell Pierce. I mean, without a Waste Knot. So, 2 lander, missing a land on turn 3. We can only miss this land. If I miss one more land, this game is not coming out. Magma Opus. Oh, this game is already not coming out. Well, thanks for doing this not on my... What? Alright. Opponent's giving us the game. Not going to say no to that. Alright, that was a horrible play on our opponent's side, but they probably still win. They don't draw land though. If they don't draw land, we have a chance. We drew land. So if they don't draw land, they're not going to discard a land. Do they have another Spell Pierce? I don't think Rankle is called for here. I think it's better to able to land a Liliana. I don't think I can land a Liliana. Can I land a Rankle's Prank? It's more mana efficient. And if he counters it, I could play Liliana next turn. Right? Yeah, let's do that. There are a lot of cards that counter unless you pay 1 that they might run in this deck. So, you know what? I convinced myself. They could have censored. I was letting it through.
Something suspicious is going on.
Give me free card draws.
For once, it's not my fault.
And they quit. Alright, so they didn't want to see what the Waste Not combo would do. I didn't want to see what their combo can do. Because I know the creativity combo is scary. But the discard synergy is going to pile up, and then they're not going to have an outs to that, I guess. Pretty nice to be able to explore our opponent's weakness. Irete was gifted an apple that caused anybody who tasted it to fall in love with her, but she always dreamed a bit bigger. Now sleepwalkers and dreamers do her bidding, all while the minds of Neva, a girl interred in a glass coffin, wander the realms of dreams. Alright, I get to read all of that. Amazing. I think the lore for Eldraine is going to be fantastic. I haven't read all of it yet, but just from the flavor text and, you know, from what I've seen so far, it seems pretty nice. Alright, we have Castle into I think I'm going to keep this hand. We got to go first. So, there's a trick. I is untapped next turn as well, so we got to play Castle first, since we have no Swamp. No guarantee that we're going to draw a Swamp soon, right? So, now we play I, we can play the Bankbuster. Alright, I is only untapped on the first 2 lands, unlike the dual color lands from the standard. That one untaps even if you have a second land, even if it enters as a 3rd land. So, not playing anything, trying to catch my Liliana. I commend you for your ingenuity, but I got a Bankbuster, so not playing into a counterspell. When I can freely card draw. A Fatal Push and a Waste Not. So, probably have a hard counter for the Waste Not. Probably, but it's not like I can live through a hard counter anyways. Something's got to go, right? Change the equation. Well, the equation has been changed. Who do I control? We can't stick a Waste Not, so we're going to struggle a little bit. If we can stick a Waste Not, we're going to win this game, but obviously it's not as easy as that. Now we can put out a Liliana. Now our whole hand's pointless. Ironic, or not ironic, sad, but our whole hand is pointless. So far, 2 counterspells. We still got a Bankbuster that can beat them for 4 every turn. Alright, maybe there's a Wandering Effort coming. But we should always attack first, before anything else. Just to see what our opponent does. Which in this case happens to be nothing, so we'll play another Bankbuster. They're just holding out to Farewell. Absorb? The Bankbuster? You sure? Oh, he has another counterspell, that's why. Do I want to Rankle Sprinkle him? He can have another counterspell. Right? He can have change the equation. What does change the equation even do? Red or green? Okay, I don't have red or green. Let's do it. Do you have another counterspell? My whole hand is dead cards anyways. I want to get rid of some cards in my hand. Alright, well, I don't think I need the Fatal Push, because I have 3 Sheoldred's Edict. And the Extinction event is only good if they're going to go wide, and are they going to go wide? There's a lot of Sheoldred's Edicts. I want to keep 3 Sheoldred Edict and realize I want other cards. See, there is a counter unless you pay 1. Why didn't he play it? Interesting. Interesting. He didn't play it for some reason and gave me the card that I wanted to discard.
Nobody knows Dominaria's shadows like me.
Shark Typhoon. Draw a card. Make a 3/3. And I'll discard my Extinction Event.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Would he block? He wouldn't block this. No reason to block this at all. Alright, you gotta be careful. You gotta make your... Sacrifice a creature token. That's a token. No Shark Typhoon for you. Now what are you gonna do? Oh. Maybe we'll Thoughtseize him. See what's going on here. Wandering Emperor.
Finally, I'm home.
A Shark Typhoon and an Absorb. Well, you can keep your Absorb. Shark Typhoon is scary. Make him sacrifice a Planeswalker. Can't absorb this right now. Click! Alright, we beat a counter spell with all our discard synergies. Take that. Take that, you blue-eye control. Learn how to play. I say that to everyone I beat, and then I don't learn to play whenever I lose. Because that's usually luck, right? It's never my skills problem. Alright, so let's look at the Waste Not deck, because it seems to be better than the previous Waste Not deck, just for the Rankles, and also the Beseech the Mirror. These two additions, oh my, are they good. They are so overwhelming good. The Extinction Event, you can probably cut. I feel like this is a best of 3 card, not a best of 1 card. It's not doing much. Maybe more Bankbuster. The Collector Vault did nothing and just got discarded in one of the games. The more Bankbuster has been really good. It's got us a lot of games. You can think about whether or not to put in Invoke. I'm not sure if Invoke is necessary. The land base seems to be working pretty well. We weren't mana screwed or mana flooded in many of our, or almost any of our games, and I think we draw the right cards at practically the right time. Now, there are no card draws in the deck, and that is the problem, right? The only card draw we're trying to get is from Waste Not, whenever our opponent discards a non-creature, non-land card, which is not very often. And with Bankbuster, that's another card draw that we can kind of hope with. Card draw with Bankbuster and Liliana really is oppressive, and that's how we win a lot of games. Now, that is why I think you can think about cutting an Extinction Event, even a Collector's Vault, just to get 4 Bankbusters. 4 Bankbusters are pretty good. And then Beseech the Mirror can always sack Bankbuster if you're in a really dicey situation. But eventually, you can sack the tokens that Bankbuster spits out, because it spits out 2 tokens. It spits out a creature token. I don't know if it lets me do that. Yeah, it spits out a creature token, and a pilot, and a treasure. Right, so it gets 2 of those. You can sack 1 for the bargain, and then you still use the treasure for mana if you need to. All the other things are pretty good synergy. We actually never really used the Gaia Reach Sanitarium for its full effect. Like we did in the last video, we couldn't do that in this video for the Waste Not, which I don't think it's bad. It's that our deck was so streamlined that we never had extra time to use it. That's good. That means that we're winning. And that Gaia Reach Sanitarium, you should still have it in your deck in case you're flooded or you have nothing else to do. This is a discard that combos pretty well with Waste Not. So the whole deck, I think it's insanely strong in the Explorer meta, but of course in the Explorer meta, a lot of people are trying out the new cards, so it did slow down a little bit. Once we go back to the Abzan craziness with Greasefang and all those Angels and all those other vehicle decks, you do have to think about how you're gonna kind of counter those, or not physically counter them, but how to stop them in their track. So a lot of these discard cards are great. Rankle's Rankle, the effect of discarding 2 cards and sacking 2 creatures is amazing. It's so good because it's not just go blank where they discard 2 cards, because if they have a board presence, discarding isn't gonna be that useful. But this makes them discard and sack so that you remove their board presence. You also get into your deck synergy of making them discard so that now you're at the driver's seat. Alright, that's what I love about this deck. That's what I love about these 2 new cards that we put in the deck. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.